Hello, welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. GamerGate film. I did a video on this earlier. Leave it linked above. I didn't realise that it was causing quite the controversy on Twitter, though. Because I don't follow these plebs that have an issue with this, because I just don't. Then they don't interest me in any way, shape or form. They don't go into my general orbit. I do not care about them one iota. But I saw this article and I thought we could take a good look at it. Because the film obviously is trying to appeal to a certain demographic, but it seems to be offending that certain demographic, which is hilarious. And then their outrage, they are so entitled that they believe the film should just be cancelled because they are offended. PAGs, ladies and gents. If this is not the definition of PAG, I don't know what is. Participation Award Generation. These people are so entitled, they are offended, therefore the film must no longer exist. You can't even make it up. Anyway, before I dive into this, ladies and gents, I am making my own film. It's a Lovecraft psychological horror film with basically the exploration of suicide, depression, and, you know, severe mental health, but more specifically directed at men. You know, this is a very serious, prevalent issue in men. I want to explore it. We don't talk about it enough, and I want to explore it through the medium of film. So check it out. There's a link down below. It would mean the world to me if you would support it. So let's dive into it, shall we? Right, so GamerGate film has sparked an outrage among movement's opponents, including Zoe Quinn and Brianna. Whoo! The announcement... Oh, sorry. It's late. I don't know why I did that. The announcement of a new film based on the events of GamerGate has sparked a massive wave of anger and outrage amongst internet personalities who opposed the internet controversy. It's been 6 years already, it's over, move on, get a hobby or something like coding or how to actually play games. The film was first revealed to be in pre-production on October 30th when the Hollywood Reporter exclusively announced that Page and Paris Berelc are starring in One Up, an underdog comedy set in the world of gaming that Kyle Newman will direct for, check this out, BuzzFeed Studios. Like, so it is exactly what you expect a BuzzFeed movie to be like, seriously. They even said, very categorically, right, One Up will be the first film produced by the newly founded BuzzFeed Studios, formed as a joint venture between the news outlet and Lionsgate, which aims to, this is their words, remember what the basis of the film is, to develop, produce, and distribute a multi-picture slate of socially relevant and high concept. Couldn't fucking make this up. High concept feature films for global, millennial, and Gen Z audiences. Unbelievable. You just couldn't make this. You couldn't make it up. And here's the outline as well. Again, I did this video earlier, right? With her scholarship on the... So here it is, right? Described as pitch perfect, but set in the world of eSports. Scriptwriter Julia Yorks, the film centres on a female gamer named Vivian Lee who quits her college eSports team rather than put up with sexism from her male counterparts. Of course. But with a scholarship on the line, because apparently eSports can get you scholarships now. Fuck this world. She is forced to assemble a varsity caliber all-women's team that can compete with the boys. Again, you know exactly what's going to come next. With the help of an enigmatic coach who returns to the spotlight after her own GamerGate scandal, the young woman recruits an unlikely crew of unskilled misfits to kick some serious gamer butt. I mean, this is high concept, guys. Don't let all them misogynists tell you otherwise. It is super high concept. In fact, it's so high concept, my brain has exploded, and my dog has died? No, he's just asleep. He's so bored. That's what's happened. Anyway, almost immediately following its public announcement, One Up was met with a wave of criticism and backlash from internet personalities who were involved in GamerGate to varying degrees. DC and Marvel Comics author Zoe Quinn, whose personal life acted as a catalyst for the event after ex-boyfriend Iron Gugini, I don't know, accused her of infidelity and trading sexual favours for positive press coverage. coverage. Sarcastically commented, "Wow, what a fun idea." I think it's quite fun to laugh at. Though she has since leveraged her post-Gamergate narrative and personality to mainstream success, including an invitation to speak to the United Nations, a memoir, Memoirs of Zoe Quinn, oh my god, and a Kickstarter campaign that raised over 85 grand for a game that she has failed to update her backers in 2 years. How can this pleb get 85 grand to make a game, right? And I'm struggling to even get 5 grand to make a film when I've already made enough. Well, I've made one. Obviously, you guys haven't seen it yet, but you've seen enough behind-the-scenes footage and crap. Unbelievable. Anyway, Quinn claimed that the alt-right mob he drummed up basically seems to have won the disinformation wars, given the replies to this. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Yeah. And then she had a Gamergate-centric memoir, Crash Override, How to Save the Internet from Itself, failed to materialise after it was optioned for a film in 2015, with reports at the time indicating that Scarlett Johansson was interested in playing the lead role. And was she really? Anything for a paycheck. Former congressional candidate and Revolution 60 creator Brianna, who became involved in the controversy after posting inflammatory tweets critical of Gamergate supporters and writing a piece claiming that Metroid's Samus Aran is a transgender woman. Of course. Anyway, I really love that the worst event of my life is being turned into a comedy. That kind of says that your life's a comedy then, doesn't it, love? I'm 1,000% in agreement. It's mystifying why Ellen Page would participate in something, making a comedy out of something that traumatized so many women in the game industry. Yeah, it's almost like she's just virtue signaling, isn't it? Almost like all those things we keep saying is actually the truth. F this disgusting gaming comedy idea set to a Gamergate backdrop. Alright. Yeah, sure. Anyway, some more stuff. Jennifer, who until recently was a lead game designer for Guild Wars 2 developer, asserted that maybe your movie idea sucks if all the people whose lives have been negatively affected by the topic you're trying to cover are disgusted by the whole thing. That's not how that works, but alright. And basically everyone's just calling for it to be cancelled because that's the world we live in, and they are all PAGs. So participation award generation, hashtag PAGs. Jasper believes so, I believe so, we're right. Anyone who disagrees is wrong. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this down below. Thought I'd give you an update. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.